Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Mines, and this one is under the command of Johanonperkele. At least I think that's how it's actually. It's johanonperkele. Game on! I do apologise if I butchered your name. Yes, he's in the F-2-P clan anyway. And he's off into the corner with the bushes, which is quite a normal place to go, but it's actually well known by other Arty players, so it can be quite difficult to avoid getting hit. Well, the enemy are flooding into the castle, and we're not loaded yet, but we will be momentarily. And look at that, two tanks come together. And unfortunately, he looked away after he shot, but he did get some damage on the enemy. Now, please don't look away after you shoot, because we miss information that we would normally need in order to put this together as a video. And if players look away, then we can't do the video. It's as simple as that. People get upset if they can't see the damage being done. And I quite agree with them as well. Okay, he's loaded, rounds out. And he stayed for a short while, and then he looked away. And a huge amount of stun assist came in there as well. Yes, it does look like Johano is one of those players who doesn't tend to watch his targets after he fires. And he's not moving immediately. He fires to get out of the way of counter battery. Now, I can quite understand if the enemy was counter batterying him to do that, but he's not being counter battery. And he just killed the Emil too. We didn't see where the shell landed. Now he's looking to do a bit of counter battery himself. He's actually looking for the tracer coming from the enemy Arty. He selected the Leopard prototype A. See the Emil that he just killed. Can't see any tracer coming from the enemy Arty though. He's almost loaded. Rounds out. And look at that, he stayed to watch the shell. Although the target disappeared, we definitely saw that it was a direct hit because, of course, there was no explosion at all. Enemy's been spotted over on the west side of the map. On the south island, a UDAS 14-5 is trying to come up against our UDAS. And that might be something he might want to put a shell into. He's having a look round for his next target, which is again something I approve of, because you want to have the best target possible for your teammates. Again, he fires, but he looks away, and we don't get to see if that was a direct hit or not. Again, he might have hit that pattern, but because it was unspotted, and it definitely was unspotted, he might have actually got damage, but he might not know about it. Okay, aiming for the castle entrance. Got an Object 274A, and he's got a teammate directly behind him who he keeps backing into. Rounds out, and he looks away. And we don't know how far away he missed the target by. Again, I keep saying, if you look away, it ruins the video. Now, people have said, oh, but you're complaining about them firing and looking away also ruins the video. Now, I'm quite aware of that, but you see, What Arty Noobs tries to maintain the standard of player where we feature only players who do it correctly, because if you repeat these bad behaviors and other players start doing the same thing, and you see there, he did stay to see if that did hit the target. He wasn't certain that the enemy was there, but he did stay long enough to actually see if there was an explosion. And there was an explosion, so he knows he didn't hit. And now we've got one of those ISU 122-2s hiding behind the rock. Now, they're quite good tank destroyers, those things, with a very fast reload. He's going to fire a round in just to see. And he killed him! And he did stay to watch that one as well, didn't he? It was important that he needed to know if the target was struck and where the shell actually went. Now, he thinks the enemy Arty is in that corner, And that's why he's targeting there. The enemy Arty in this game is a batch at 155.55. It's a tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it. He's loaded. Now, rounds out straight away. And this time he looks away, so he doesn't get to know if he hit the target. And the scores are even at the moment. Oh, now we just saw Tracer coming from behind the rocks. So yes, they're right over on that side, round about there. That looks to be about correct. He's probably hugging the rock at the moment, but I agree there is an enemy Arty in that corner. And he just killed the Batchat, so yes, he was in that corner. He must have splashed him on a previous occasion, but now he's taken him out of the game altogether. And that means now he doesn't have to keep moving after each shot, and he can stay and watch what happens to the shell because nobody can counter battery him whilst he's doing it. So he can just keep blasting away at the enemy. Hawk 30. Rounds out. Oh, he hit 2 there. That was good. The Hawk 30 and the T30 both took damage from splash. And he is staying, although he is moving about, but... Oh, he's getting stun assist as well. This is good. Yes, he is staying to watch what's going on, and it is important. And it's part of the game. Okay, now he's trying to stop these guys from moving into the castle. But I think they're coming up against strong opposition from that T-103, who keeps firing into the enemy tanks as they move up to get to the gate. Now, we're 3 down on the enemy at the moment, which is not so good. And we can't see any of the enemy tanks over next to that tower. But there is a Leopard prototype behind the bushes, just poked out. We don't want any of the enemy heavies to make their way into the castle grounds. Rounds out, looks good. He gets a critical hit on the tracks. He's got it so ingrained into him to actually reposition after every shot to avoid counter battery that he's redeploying after each shot, even though he doesn't have to now because he killed the Arty. I know some of us do it. I've done it myself. I keep relocating when I don't have to. Type 68 moved outside the reticle. If he moves back, rounds out. Yes, that was a hit. 404, a good one as well. Now the entrance to the castle does have a 7032 there. Now that 752 there, he's got a Hawk 30 somewhere near him. Looks like the 703 pulled back. There's the 274A. Well, we fire in, and he did kill him. He splashed him. Oh, he missed the kill, but it was a splash kill, I think. We're down to 4 tanks on our team. Only a 4-tank difference, though, so, yeah, not so good. It means that we're outnumbered 2-1. And we've got 2 enemy tanks together. He'll kill the pattern if he fires this one in. And he does kill the pattern. We don't know how much damage he did to the Leopard prototype, though. This is not good. We're down to 3 tanks now. The 752 has taken up position at the base of the hill. He'll tell us if the enemy's getting close. And the Scorpion's over on the west side of the map.
Fall back.
Yeah, he shouldn't be there. The 752 should pull back. He's warning him to pull back because we need to know what's happening. If the enemy makes a rush down the east side of the map, we won't find out. Well, 7032 went. But we could be seeing people in the cap very shortly. The Scorpion's about to die. Oh! The Type 68 got seen and, well, he was going over the edge of the cliff. Our Scorpion's gone. Taken out by the Hawk 30, who made his way all the way around the other side of the map. That's why we couldn't see him on the east side. But now we've got no teammates left. We're all alone. And you can see that Johanonperkele is actually his name. Johanno is actually making a nest to get hit by the enemy. Well, he's going to hide behind the trees. Hopefully, he'll get a shot on target. Now, the problem with this tank is, of course, the gun depression. It's only 1.2 degrees. So he's worried about the shell not hitting the target. But that hit. And that's the Top Gun. Oh, he's now going to receive a lot of fire. The Hawk. Ram him. Yes, he got a ram kill. Now, ram the 590. Try and ram him. Oh. At least he got one kill by ramming. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for johanonperkele in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 12, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 7, one short of getting a Radley's, and 1/3 of the enemy team at the very least. He also managed to get a win rate of 4,489, which is Super Unicum standard. The only problem I've got, as I said, during the battle is that he kept looking away after he shot, and you shouldn't do that. There's information you need from each shot. You should only move once you've actually determined what the shell did, where it hit, if it hit anything at all, and therefore you will actually be fully appraised of it. Then you can move and get out of the way. Or you can move by pressing your W key or your A or D key at the same time as you are watching. You don't have to stay watching or see where you're driving, so long as you don't flip yourself over whilst you're looking. But you can reposition whilst you're still watching what happens to the shell. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in this game. Unfortunately, that went to the Leopard Prototype A on the enemy team, who picked up a high caliber Confederate and a tank sniper, and 4,901 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the Type 68 on the enemy team, 3,651. And the third highest damage went to, johanonperkele with 3,562 hit points of damage. So third is not bad. When it came to wins, though, or kills, he definitely got that. 7 kills to Johanno. 3 kills went to the Leopard Prototype, and then 2 kills went to the Scorpion G and the 752 on his own team. And on the enemy team, their Type 68, their T30, their Hawk 30, and the Object 590 all got 2 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, he didn't get the highest. No, that went to the Leopard Prototype A. 1,245 base experience points to him. 1,075 to the Type 68. They were the only two who managed to get over 1,000 base. And we've got in third place, the 590 with 880. And you can see there's a number of tanks who managed to get over the value that Johanno did, including that one there. So there's 7 there on that side. So he's in 8th place when it comes to base XP with only 762. He fired 17 rounds, which is a decent amount of ammo. It means that he was keeping that howitzer active and keeping a hot barrel by firing as many rounds out of it as he could, as quickly as he could. He got 7 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetrating shot. Now, can we guess which one he penetrated in this game? Not the Hawk 30. I would have thought it was one of the tanks that actually came down and got very close to him. Did he penetrate? No, it wasn't the Object 274. And it wasn't the Batchat 155-55 either. In fact, it was the Leopard. The Leopard took a penetrating shot at close range, 865 hit points of damage. Let's look again at the details. He also got 19 splashes, 3,562 hit points, of which 3,022 were at more than 300 meters. So the close range shot was right in the kisser. In fact, that was the ram kill and the shotgun. 3 hits received, 2 penetrating shots, 1 non-penetration, and 320 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 11 enemy vehicles were damaged, 7 were killed, and 1,770 hit points of stun assist of 14 stuns. So it was a worthy ace tanker. On a premium count, he actually earned 8,288 credits profit, even though he lost the game. You can see here, he actually auto-supplied his consumables because, of course, he buys in advance. He's one that, like me, he actually goes out there, spends the money when they're cheap, and has a huge value of consumables in the garage, which means that when you actually then go into the games and you're blasting away, you never run out of the consumables that you need. And he also got 1,783 experience points out of the game as well. And he got the courageous resistance in both counts because he, of course, got a medal, in this case, the Top Gun. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. Sorry that Johanno has got this, or Johanon has got this habit of looking away. Please don't do that, please. I mean, like, I really, normally I won't do the video if I get an instance of it because, you know, it's so annoying to some people that they see it, they think, oh, I'm not going to watch this one. And, you know, I make these videos so they can be watched. If people keep looking away, they won't be watched. And so there's no point in me making them, isn't there? So that's why. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one because he didn't look away towards the end of the game and it then got quite interesting. And thank you for watching.